Greetings, everyone. I am Stella Kalfas, the President and CEO of the Mental Health Association of Greater Chicago. Today, we are recording the first of a series of videos where we interview individuals who have had a mental illness and have overcome the challenge, have dealt with it, and have become very successful in living the life that they want to live. The series of videos is designed to send a message of hope for those who are dealing with a mental disorder. Today, we are here with Rae Duncan, the founder of Rae Duncan Interior Design, a successful interior design firm in the Chicagoland area. She has overcome challenges and will share her message of hope with us today. Rae, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so tell us, what was the disorder that you have dealt with and some of the symptoms that you were dealing with?
Yeah, so 20 years ago, I was diagnosed with bipolar disorder. I suffered with depression throughout my teens, and I was put on a drug at one point in that time, and it made me very manic and very high. And I knew that there was something not right. And when I was 18, I attempted suicide. I ended up on a hold in a hospital. But I also want to say that I grew up in a very difficult circumstance. My mother was mentally ill. She had a dissociative disorder. She also had major depressive disorder. And she couldn't really properly take care of us. And so there was a lot of pressure on me to take care of my two brothers, one of whom had Tourette syndrome. And I think by the time I was 18, I just kind of broke, like from the pressure, from what was going on in my life, and I just couldn't take it anymore. And then I went to the hospital, and lots of positive things actually came out of that experience. My aunt and uncle took me in. They gave me, proper counseling, proper medication, proper nourishment. They helped me to start, being physically fit and running and doing things that, have helped me cope ever since. And so, I think that sometimes people have bipolar genes and they're not always expressed. But I think because I had such a difficult growing up that mine were very expressed. And I think some people have bipolar genes and they're never expressed because they have probably a wonderful family and a wonderful childhood. And that's really interesting to me, and how we develop the way we do.
Okay, so tell me about the people around you. How did they deal with something like this?
They didn't deal with it very well. People, thought I was kind of a freak. I was kind of wild, and when you're manic, you're pretty out there. And the fact that I was diagnosed as bipolar did not help very much because I was still behaving the way I was behaving, and it was still off-putting to so many friends and family. And it took a very long time to get those friends and family to adjust to, the struggles and the troubles that I was going through. It took years, really.
Okay. So when you were diagnosed and you went to the doctor, then what transpired?
So I got medication that was very effective. My aunt said to me, "What do you want to do with your life?" And I said, "I want to be an actress, and I want to be a pilot." So I became a pilot, and I became an actress, and I got into one of the best conservatories for acting in the country, and that was, super wonderful because I think I had felt like I couldn't achieve anything, because I was so messed up. And she said, if you don't try, you will definitely fail. And so we did it. And we did it. And I am a pilot. I am a welder. I am an actress. I am all these things.
Wonderful, wonderful. So when you were diagnosed and then you were given some medication, did your medication work? I mean, I get a lot of questions about
It
that.
did. Medication is tough. It makes you gain a lot of weight. It makes you lose your hair. It makes you vomit. It makes you, medication is tough. And I really understand why bipolar people go off their medication because it's so tough. And it's tough to live with all these side effects. But I did. I stayed on them. They worked for a time. I had to switch a number of times in the last 20 years. I've been on pretty much everything that is in existence. I don't think there's enough. I wish there was more research. I wish there was, more thought going into my condition. And I don't think it's enough.
Okay. So tell us a little bit about your successes in your business, your successes in your home, in your community.
So I'm the owner of a very successful design firm in Chicago. It was a huge challenge to make this happen for myself. I think with the help of amazing talent that I have in my office and the major support of my family, I've made this happen. I have 2 lovely, wonderful children. They are the light of my life, but I can do both things, and that's a wonderful thing. And I think that, the reality is that I am a survivor of this illness. I think this illness can easily kill you. I think that it can damage your life immeasurably. I think the goal is to harness what's good in it and what, there are good things in it. And you need to harness those things and then kind of control, the things that are the most difficult to deal with. And you do that by coping. And by coping, that's with friends, with family, just various coping mechanisms that you develop when you have those horrible days, when you have those horrible nights. I think I'm in a place where this disease does not control me anymore. I control my disease. I control it with the tools that I've developed to control it. And I think that's the most important thing that I guess I would want to say to young people that have this disease. And I think it's the most horrible when you are young, because you don't have a lot of experience with it. You don't have a lot of experience with your family or friends or people around you and having that. And you will develop those tools. You will develop those coping mechanisms. And you do not need to commit suicide. You do not need to hurt yourself. Because there is so much hope. And there are so many wonderful things in your future. There really are. And I think that's, my biggest message is that you have no idea what is in store for you, in life. And what is in store is amazing.
What do you feel what is the role of society with somebody that has a mental illness? What is the role of society?
I think that first and foremost, I think society needs to stop shaming us, needs to stop blaming us. We have a chemical difference in our brains. It is just like diabetes or Alzheimer's or something that is a physical ailment. And I think people think that it's not a physical ailment, but it really truly is a physical ailment. And we do not need to be shamed. We feel enough shame. And we have a hard enough time, I think, just getting through every day with that deep, the deep, deep pain that you feel when you have depression or bipolar disorder. And I think that, we need to develop better treatments. I think that we are all responsible for making sure that people that have depression or bipolar have better medicines. I think that society should just be more inclusive. We should not be marginalized. We should not be punished for who we are and what we are. I think that the world is a much better place because of people like me, because we provide this creativity, this wonder that doesn't exist without us. Kay Jameson said it a lot in her book, exuberance. That we kind of, we exhibit these traits that no one else has. And the world will be a far, I think, different place without us. And we need to kind of, encourage that. Encourage that in young people. Not to be ashamed, but to be proud of that difference.
And I think that part of what many people may not understand is that having gone through that suffering, a person brings a lot of compassion and caring for others who are suffering, and also are able to support others as well. A lot more than someone who's never been through it.
I agree. And I think so much compassion. And that's why I'm doing this. This has been easy for me. I don't like talking about it. But I want to help. I want to help those kids. I want to help those people that have this disease and that are struggling like I was 20 years ago. And I've come this long way, but it was so hard. It was so hard, and I just, I want to help those people.
And they bring an understanding and compassion.
They bring a lot of understanding and compassion. They do.
So what else would you like to let us know? What else do you have to share?
I wanted to say that when you are suffering with bipolar disorder or depression or schizophrenia or whatever it may be, and you wake up in the morning and you can't open your eyelids and you feel like your body is going to fall through the floor, I think, I never dreamed I would be here 20 years ago. And these emotions and these feelings that you have at these times, they're impermanent. They change. And so, you get yourself out of bed and you take a shower. You try to move your body and you try to, get over that, that barrier that is so heavy. It's so heavy and it's so hard. But you fight, and you fight every day. And you fight to live another day when you feel like that. Because every day when you feel like that, you're just fighting to live one more day. And, and things will change. You will have a wonderful future. It's not permanent. It will come and go.
And part of what you're saying is that that someone who's dealing with a mental illness should find their group of people who will support them, who will be there, who will not let them down.
Exactly. I think that having that community and those people it's just, there's nothing more important than, my aunt calls me a couple times a week. I talk to friends. I even talked to Mike the other day. It just, you struggle. And you find those people that will always be there. And I think that is the most important thing that has affected my life the most, is having those people that stick. Mm-hmm. And not those people that abandon you and that leave, but people that stick.
So you feel that part of what you're dealing with has brought you the success you had in your business?
I think it is all. I think if I didn't have the support I have through the people I know, through my friends, and through some of my family members, I don't think I would have the success I have. Because you need it. You really need it, because you know, my husband's so supportive, and you're trying so hard all the time, just sometimes to get through the day or the week, and you have to have those people. But not everybody's made for that, and not everybody can do it.
So don't take it personally when they can't.
When they can't, I still take it personally, but but yeah, some people just can't. They can't be with you, and that's okay. You just gotta find the ones that can.
Right. Well, thank you so much for sharing your journey and sharing your information and that message of hope. Really appreciate it that you stepped up to the table and you're doing this.
Well, I think that people have wonderful futures. I just don't think they know it yet.
Right, right. So basically the message is do not give up, because there is hope at the end of the, and light at the end of the tunnel, and we can continue. No matter how difficult it gets, sometimes we have to get up and put one foot in front of the other, and keep moving. And
just
eventually
push, yeah.
we push through.
Push, yeah.
We push through.
Yeah,
Right.
great.
And with that, I ask you to join us. I'm throwing down the gauntlet. If you're a successful person and have dealt with a mental health disorder, or if you're someone who's helped and supported someone with a mental disorder, and you want to talk about your journey and your experiences and share them with the world and give them a message of hope for those who have a mental illness as well as those who are helping those who have a mental illness, please come forth. Look at our website, mentalhealthchicago.org or MHAGCusa.org. Either one will take you to the same webpage. Please contact us. You will see our number shortly. Please contact us and join us to share your story. As well as when you decide to donate, always remember us. Thank you. I want to take a moment to thank our board of directors for all their hard work and their endeavors to ensure that we continue to send a message of hope. None of this can be a reality without them. If you want to know who our directors are, take a look at our website, mentalhealthchicago.org and MHAGCusa.org, and under About Us and Leadership, you will see who our directors are and who the people behind everything are. Also, I'd like to thank Troy Hodge for his video recording and editing of these videos, our message of hope, because without him, none of this could have happened. He does an excellent job, and we're really proud of all the work that he does. Check back on our website often, because we will be adding videos as they come up, and you can get more information about us and our programs and see more of these videos with a message of hope. And when you do think about donating any time of the year, please remember us and what we do. Thank you so much.